This video is sponsored by RKTF University, Radisson Blu.
Good morning, I'm Dusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 30th of May and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. A UN Human Rights Council working group has released a comprehensive report on rights issued in Japan, highlighting discrimination against minorities and unhealthy working conditions. The report issued in Geneva recommends several measures for improvement, including increased rights awareness training in businesses, grievance mechanisms, enhanced diversity efforts, stricter labor condition checks, and sanctions for human rights violations. Venezuela has rescinded its invitation for a European Union mission to observe the upcoming presidential election, where President Nicolas Maduro is seeking re-election. Elvis Amoroso, head of the National Electoral Council, stated that the decision was due to economic sanctions imposed by the EU on Venezuela. Sweden on Wednesday pledged military aid of 13.3 billion kroner, also called $1.25 billion, to Ukraine as Kyiv struggles with multiple delays of vital Western military support in the third year of war with Russia. The National Samsung Electronics Union in South Korea announced it will escalate strike actions by staging the first ever walkout next week, demanding higher wages. The union, representing over 28,000 members, more than a fifth of Samsung's workforce, plans to halt work for one day on June 7 as part of broader protest measures. The Democratic Republic of Congo unveiled a new government on Wednesday, ending a 5-month deadlock following President Felix Tshisekedi's re-election. This announcement comes shortly after a thwarted coup attempt where armed men attacked the minister's home and breached the Palais de la Nation in Kinshasa, where Tshisekedi's offices are located. The United States will continue its arms shipment to Israel despite an Israeli strike on an encampment in Rafah. National Security spokesperson John Kirby stated that Israel did not cross any red lines with the attack and confirmed, "I have no policy changes to speak to." He added that the US is closely monitoring the situation, which is described as tragic. India and Vietnam are emerging as key beneficiaries of the China Plus One strategy, a global initiative aimed at diversifying supply chains away from heavy reliance on China. According to a recent report by Nomura, this strategic shift is expected to open up new avenues for growth across Asian economies. A speeding bus crashed off a mountainous highway and plunged into a ravine in southwest Pakistan early on Wednesday, killing at least 20 passengers. The accident occurred in Washuk town as the bus was traveling from Turbat to Quetta, the capital of Balochistan province, according to local police officer Asghar Ali. Iraq's Anti-Narcotics Directorate has had a busy 2024, arresting 6,000 suspects for drug-related crimes and seizing 10 tons of various drugs so far. However, primarily a transit country, Iraq has seen a significant rise in drug use, particularly of Captagon and crystal meth in recent years. China's economy is projected to grow 5% in 2024, following a robust first quarter, the International Monetary Fund announced on Wednesday. This marks an upgrade from the previous 4.6% forecast. However, the IMF warns of slower growth ahead, predicting a decline to 3.3% by 2029 due to an aging population and reduced productivity gains. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
खानदानी लुटेरों की कोशिश होगी बेकार, फिर एक बार मोदी सरकार।
शिक्षा देश का गौरव है और RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी शिक्षा का उद्यम है। RKTF में सवारे अपना भविष्य। PhD, MPhil करें अपने पसंदीदा विषय में। सर्टिफिकेट डिप्लोमा के 74 कोर्सेज। RKDF यूनिवर्सिटी।
The Indian government is considering stricter regulations on online games to combat gaming addiction, especially among children and young adults. Sources from the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology suggest there is increasing support for implementing time and spending limits on both online and real money games. India successfully tested an air-to-surface missile called the Rudra on Wednesday off the coast of Odisha from a Su-30 fighter aircraft belonging to the Indian Air Force. According to the Ministry of Defence, the Rudra M2 missile flight testing achieved every trial goal. Breaking all its previous records, Delhi's temperature on Wednesday peaked at a whopping 52.3 degrees Celsius. The temperature was recorded in northwest Delhi's Mungeshpur at the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, which doubles as an automatic weather station. BJP leader Karan Bhushan Singh became the center of a controversy on Wednesday when a vehicle in his convoy collided with a bike in Gonda, Uttar Pradesh, resulting in the deaths of 2 persons including a 17-year-old. The Delhi government on Wednesday directed the DJB to impose a fine of rupees 2,000 for water wastage. The move comes amid an acute shortage of water faced by Delhi, with Water Minister Atishi accusing Haryana of not releasing Delhi's share of water from the Yamuna River. Delhi residents who had stayed indoors to escape the scorching heat welcomed light rain showers on Wednesday evening. Earlier in the day, Delhi experienced its highest ever recorded temperature, soaring to 52.3 degrees Celsius. In a peculiar incident in Bihar's Jamui district, 13 school teachers had their salaries deducted by the education department, not for their classroom performance but due to a typographical error, terming it as bad performance. This mistake led to social media trolling and criticism from teaching associations. Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena suspended Health Minister Saurabh Bharadwaj's officer on special duty, R.N. Das, over alleged irregular and illegal registration of private nursing homes. The BJP also accused Das of involvement in the registration of a children's hospital in Vivek Vihar, where 6 newborns died in a fire incident. The noise around the health of Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik is growing louder after a video of his hands shaking while addressing a rally went viral. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has now said that if the state brings the Bharatiya Janata Party to power, they will investigate Patnaik's deteriorating health. Asserting that the Calcutta High Court has exposed the treachery of the TMC with OBCs, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday slammed the Mamata Banerjee-led government in West Bengal for snatching the rights of OBC youths for appeasement politics and vote jihad. The youngest ever Indian Mount Everest summiter, Kamya Karthikeyan, was facilitated by Nepal Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda at a function in Kathmandu on International Everest Day along with other summiters. Sri Lankan police have arrested 2 more suspects allegedly linked to the ISIS from the country's northwestern region, officials said on Wednesday. The development comes days after the Gujarat Anti-Terrorist Squad arrested 4 Sri Lankans with links to ISIS at the airport in Ahmedabad. The European Union has provided 250,000 euros of assistance to Manipur in response to the recent hailstorm and heavy rain that hit the northeastern state in early May. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.